Okay, I'm going to take you through a scenario, right? And just follow through with me here. You're just living your life, letting life hit you as it comes. You have goals in mind, but you're not really committing to them right now. You go to the gym as well, you're very physically active, but you're not, once again, committed to it. You're just going every now and then when you can, and whenever you get the free moment, and then you're just going to your lessons and your lectures, and you're just living life. You're talking to a few girls here and there, but none of them really serious, and like I said, you're just letting life hit you. You're not hitting life. Now, as you're going along living your life just like this, whatever happens, happens, just taking it as it comes, you meet this girl, and you start talking to her, and things are going really, really well, and you start to really, really like her. So you meet up with her, and things escalate incredibly fast, and now you've got this thought in your head that she's the love of your life. She's going to be the mother to your kids. You're going to marry this girl, right? Everything seems perfect. She even seems like a high quality woman. She's sitting here praising you on your masculinity. She makes you feel a way that you never thought you'd feel ever. She makes you feel loved. She makes you feel happy. And you're in this state of mind where you're like, you know what, this is it. This is the girl that I want to settle down with. And she's there for you when you need her to be. But you become complacent. Even though you weren't going gym as much before, you've now completely cut it out. And your mind isn't on your goals anymore. Your mind is focused on her and her problems. And you're trying to be there for her for every single problem that she has in her life. You've prioritized her over yourself. Now, this is because you've fallen in love with her. But you're in that hazy phase where you think life is amazing because you've met this girl and everything's perfect. Your life is a movie, right? And then, in the midst of everything going so well and so beautiful and everything's perfect, you couldn't ask for more. Suddenly, she leaves you, and she goes and does something that she promised she'd never do. This is what happened to me, and part of me knew it was going to happen, but the other part of me really, really didn't want it to happen because, like I said, I was in the happiest stage of my life. I really, really wanted it. And I think I kind of needed it at the moment. And like I said, life was perfect. You couldn't complain. But I made the mistake of getting complacent. Now, this video is going to be a continuation of my, the truth video that I made a while back, a few days ago. If you haven't watched that, I recommend you go watch that now and then come back to this moment and continue watching. I'll have it linked up here or somewhere. But there have been times since then where I've thought about her, and she's come to mind, but there's no feeling behind it anymore. And I'm just sitting there, yeah, sure, it was nice in the moment. And that's why I still, include her in, she's still a part of my life. I'm not going to ignore that she was a significant part of my life. But it's just there's no feeling there. I'm just okay, it's a situation that happened, and that's it. And it's such a beautiful feeling. And now that's how I know that I've actually truly got my closure. Okay, I miss the feeling of being in love. That doesn't mean that I miss her, right? The feeling of being in love is a beautiful feeling. I'm not saying never feel that. I'm saying just be careful who you get into it with. Now, obviously, it's very, very difficult to discern. Like I said, I thought this girl was a woman of high quality, right? She's sitting here praising my masculinity, and I was there I never thought a girl would do that. What type of girl sits there and is like, oh my god, the masculine energy that you give off? That's what she said to me. And then she went ahead and did this. Now, okay, looking back at the situation, if I'm going to give you lessons that I learned from this, first of all, obviously I was very naive. It was my first kind of proper relationship. So I got very excited going into this. First of all, don't get too excited. Just keep a level head as you're getting into it. Listen to the people around you. They probably know more than you, because I didn't do that. Second of all, don't become so invested so quickly. That kind of links into the main point. Third, don't tell everyone around you, because not everyone needs to know, right? Keep your life to yourself to an extent. Now you're probably wondering why I'm making this video. I don't know if I'm talking about keeping your life to yourself. I want to help you, I'm treating this like it's a video going out to me as a younger self, or going out to a younger brother. So that's why I'm making this. Now, Fourth, if you are in like a relationship and it's going well, don't spend all of your time and thinking energy, your thought energy, don't spend all that time thinking about her and her problems. If she has problems, obviously you can help out, right? But you don't want to be the solution to every single problem in her life. You need to let her have her own self-development as well, where she can learn things on her own. Now, I'm not saying you can't be there for her or completely push her off. If she has a problem, ignore it. No, still be there for her as a man. You need to do that as part of your purpose as a man. But you can't be there for every single problem, right? As much as you don't want to have a fully independent woman, she still needs a very slight independent side to her, where she learns to deal with certain things on her own. You can't be there every single beck and call. In the dream world, yes, maybe it would be perfect like that, but you can't, unfortunately. Now, once again, maybe you're not the type of guy that I am. I'm making this video for my type of love style. If you can't relate, I'm sorry, but this is just specifically like to advice that, like I said, I would give myself in the past. Now, what else? There's so many learning lessons from this. Like I said before, I wasn't as disciplined, and now I've become a bit more disciplined after that. And there's so much more to go. I can become 10 times more disciplined. I can't allow myself to get so complacent, right? And then obviously, pay attention to the red flags. I knew what was happening as I was getting into it. I knew she had the potential of going back to her ex. Even no matter how much she promised me, I still knew that was there. But I still ignored it out of the fact that I got excited. Don't become so delusional in love that you ignore all the red flags and you ignore what everyone's telling you. Pay attention and just stay vigilant, right? Your anxious and overthinking thoughts are there for a reason. Lean into them sometimes. Sometimes you need them there. They're not always the best, because obviously overthinking can lead to a downward spiral, but you do sometimes need that. And that was one of the moments where I should have probably listened to my overthinking thoughts and been like double questioning everything. But don't let it obviously get to the point where you become insecure and you're like, oh, this. But yeah. Anyways, that's now the end of this chapter and everything that happened with that. I'm not going to touch the situation anymore. Anyways, if you haven't yet, go watch the other The Truth video, and if you like a small little unconventional YouTuber and you want to support them, make sure you subscribe, hit bell notifications so you pay attention to every video that comes out, like, comment if you like this style of video and the way I presented it and the way I'm speaking to you right now, anything like that, or if you have any thoughts of your own, feel free to comment, I'll respond, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thanks for watching.